Welcome, people of the world, and welcome to a new trial campaign of sorts, where we're going to be playing Europa Universalis 4. Now, for those of you who do not know the game, Europa Universalis 4 is an extremely complex grand strategy title from Paradox Interactive, in which you play as a country on a map, and you set goals for yourself throughout the campaign. Today, we're going to be playing the nation of Sweden, and try to get an achievement, which I'll show in 1 second. Now, to get achievements in this game, if you do not know, you need to make an Iron Man file. So, I'm just going to call this Sweden, and I spelled the name wrong, so good job. And, okay. Not the best of start, but let's begin. So, Sweden, you start under a personal union with Denmark, which is annoying to get out of, because you start under them, so you have to fight them just to begin the game. But I do believe that we can do it. Now, if you do not know, or if anyone's wondering, I'm using a couple map mods to make the map look a little bit differently, and just ask some comments and I'll list the mods I use. It's just like graphical, so nothing that alters the game in any sense of the term. And right now we're just waiting for it to load. Okay. So, the achievement we're going to be going for under achievements file is the probably the line of the north as well, as Sweden lead province lead to victory. But I also want to be going for the Sweden is not overpowered, which is as Sweden own the entire Baltic coastline. We already have 10 of the provinces. Basically, we have to own this area, and then we're good. So, to begin the game, let's start looking at a couple of the two drop-down buttons. We have solidify papal relations. I think I'll do that to begin with, because that's quite nice to do. A good way to get papal influence, and also fill out a mission. Next, we're going to see around who likes me, who would support my independence. Now, it's really who is rival to Denmark. So it looks like Poland is, but Poland currently cannot reach me because there's no sea access. But I think England is willing to support me, and yes, he will. Anyone else? Muscovy, I wish. But not looking currently, but I'll improve relationship with him currently as well, just for the future. Oh. Well then. I wonder why I did that. Probably because what's his face? England got into a what's it called? Or Denmark got into an alliance with Magdeburg. Okay, well. So I guess I'll have to improve relationships with England until I'll be able to do that. I'll pause the game for now. So lose money or manpower. Currently, I have a lot of manpower near cap, so I'll go for the manpower for base tax in Stockholm. Now our force limit is how much more guys can we have? We're gonna have 3 more. Our finances can score, so I'm gonna have 2 more cavalry, and an infantry. Cavalry deal the most damage at this time because of their shock damage. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm also going to I'll let them reconcile. I'm also going to add a couple of barks to help with some trade currently. So Denmark is dealing with some rebellions right now, which is very good for us because they're gonna be killing their army and making a war much more likely to be beneficial for us. I'm gonna call them back. Then I'm gonna start moving my armies to the front lines of Norway. These chances are I'll be able to declare war, or if he kills enough of his army, I'll be able to declare war on him. So I don't have enough liberty desire right now. That could change, and I have now the support of the English. So I might actually declare this war pretty early. And the Scottish also want to help. So my finances are not in the best of spots. I'm actually gonna mothball my entire fleet, mainly because I do not want to be paying for them. Mothball is not, here it is, mothball. Even though most of the ships are relatively inexpensive, I'd rather not have to deal with it. My finances are in a little bit of a shithole, but I think I'll be able to manage. Is there anyone else who would support my independence? Might be one or two other like near nations in Denmark. Near nations to Denmark, sorry. That would like to, but currently I do not see anyone. They did rival Novgorod, but Novgorod doesn't like me, so that's probably why. And Poland, he cannot access me yet because he doesn't have a coastline. So no one else is willing to help, but I think that's fine. I'm gonna I don't know, because this army will be trapped, so I think I'm just gonna declare war now. I just have to defend my capital. Is Mecklenburg. Yes, he is allied to other people, so I will not. Now, if you don't know, if you click this button, basically, then Mecklenburg can call upon all his allies, but I won't do that because I want to attack the least amount of people. So first off, let's see our king. A 644. That is extremely powerful. That's actually really good. So he's going to be a great ruler for a while. I'll just have the stuff for whenever we have to deal with corruption. And I'll boost stability by 1 just so we don't have to deal with any too bad modifiers. I'm going to roll some generals, and this one is pretty good. Now the Norwegians are probably in their capital right now. It's woods, yeah, but I think I could kill the stack pretty fast and efficiently. Hopefully Denmark doesn't get there in time, because if they do, then it's going to be annoying to deal with. Dealing with multiple armies. But Denmark's actually going to move in to attack me. And I have defensive terrain. So, that's the smartest move from the Danish. And I stack wiped him, which is really good. So now this is a level 1 fort, so I do not need this entire army. I'm actually going to be spreading out the siege a decent chunk of land all at once. This is called carpet sieging if you do not know of it. Very helpful, very beneficial. Hopefully these pretenderates stay away from me and deal more with the Danish. Hopefully, that's what. Yeah, I'm banking on. Now the nobles are moving my land, but I don't think that's a big enough problem. Now this is pretty dangerous, but the army is situated right there. It looks like. So I'm just gonna move everyone into that land and finish the sieges that they are doing. So a pretty good first step in the war, taking out Norway. After you take out Norway, then you focus all on Denmark. And all I have to do is protect Stockholm in this war. So I think I can manage it. So now the Danish Navy, they have quite a big navy, but it is currently not there. And anyway, I just want to see what my off piece has to be. So grant independence. Cost 23 war score. I would probably also want to take either the Norwegian coast, maybe my course back as well. I don't know. I'll see about it later on in the war. The more provinces we siege, the less of an impact or the less, I guess less of an impact they will have on me, because they're going to have less troops. I don't want to expand too readily, because then my armies will be separated, and then I might be in a bad spot in case they attack. So once my armies take Stavanger, whatever. I don't speak Danish or Norwegian, so when Mecklenburg is come up, but also the Danish have a large army in Denmark, so I do not want to engage too much. I would rather just focus on Norway and then win the war that way. I'm not sure if I can, but I think I might be able to if I just do this. The Danish are currently worried about their their revolts that happened, so they're not worried about other things, which is helpful for me, because I get to focus on sieging down Norway. Nothing in the north is being worried, or yeah, worried. I guess that works. And right now I'll clear the offer. To make him grant me independence. I'm still miles away, but so this is not a great scenario. The English have came, and I think I'm actually gonna hold off on attacking the Danish and rather just try to work around them. They might take a couple of my forts, but I'll be more safer, and yeah, been doing it this way by letting England worry about everything else as I just group up in the north and take out Swedish strongholds. Denmark's going for a couple sieges on me, but that does not bother me. It doesn't bother me much, at least, at the very least. I think I'm going to send my cavalry this way to secure these two holdings. Granted, they have to go take a very long route because of the fact of how Sweden is shaped, and they're going to be taking some provinces from me, but nothing that is worrying. I'm just going to continue to take a little bits of Norway, and I might be able to claim my independence soon. Once the English take some of the strongholds, I'll be in a better spot. The downside is once they take, what is this province called? Elmsborg, they'll be able to basically flood into my country. But hopefully I don't have to deal too much about that. I don't know. I'll just quarantine. Now I have another diplomat, and I think I'm gonna improve relations with Poland because they seem to be a natural ally, but their hatred for the Danish, much like my own. Oh, that's a mountain range. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna focus on the siege. As they continue to, or as the English continue to just inch further into Denmark. I'm gonna send my navy out here to blockade, hopefully, if he can make it. If he can't, I'm just gonna send him back. I'm just actually gonna send. Ooh, this is. So now he's safe as the other guys attack, or as the other navies move around, rather. So, okay, the downside of what I'm doing is I'm letting them inch into my lands. But on the bright side, I'm dealing with Norway, England's dealing with Denmark, and I might be able to separate peace soon. Let me try quickly. I'll get back my diplomat from Poland, and I'll quickly see what I can get out of this war. The Scottish are dealing with some noble rebels, which isn't great for them, but it doesn't really affect me too much. But I still cannot separate peace. That is sad because they're going to be able to take that fort from me. So I'll have to, I guess I'll just have to deal with that. And just let the game run. Denmark occupy. Ooh, they took my fort there. Hopefully they don't spill into my country, which they honestly can. But sometimes the AI is not the smartest of, I don't know, I guess smartest of individuals. Even though it doesn't really make too much sense. And they're starting to try to take back some of my stuff. But it's not a big deal. Because I have the main fort in the land. So, and the English are nearly taking the fort that protects the Danish. So that's good. This war is going pretty well, other than the fact that they did take over there, but but the English did conquer Danish fort, and they transferred that to me. So now I have control over it. So I have a little bit more leeway with Danish. I'm going to move my cavalry onto the fort in case of the fact that they're trying to move around to attack. And I'll start taking back some of my land that I took. This is tough. So either paid 10 ducats or let me check the province. Is it about Canoe? Oh, I forgot the I. Canoe. Canoe is currently providing me with 0 production. So I'll just do that. I'm not going to lose much value out of it. Oh, and I gained some money from an event. That's pretty cool. I almost now have taken this fort. And the Danish have no other forts to take from me currently. So I'm just going. Oh, it's not great. The Norwegians are moving. They probably realize that they aren't able to take that fort. So, and with this siege, I'll be able to take all of Norway, or I'll have all of Norway under siege, which isn't as good, but still, it's pretty good. I'm moving around this way because otherwise he's gonna get killed. I actually thought he was going that way in the first place. So that isn't great. Isn't great at all. The English have moved south, which isn't particularly bad, but it's not particularly good. So yeah. So guys, this is what I'm going to call for the first episode of my new Sweden Let's Play series. If you guys want to drop a like, comment, subscribe, that'd be great. And see you next time.